Hi, this is Skylar Pond. I'm a chiropractor and sports medicine physician at Excellence Chiropractic, and this is the second part of a 5-part series of preparing soft tissues for performance. Now we're going through a timeline. Now we're up to that point where this is the day of the event. We're about to do something. Maybe it's just a regular workout, but you work out really hard. You're doing your normal warm-up and stretches before your workout, and you're trying to make you get a little bit more out of it, get a little bit more range of motion. I'd recommend using muscle energy techniques, the two of which I'm referring to are post-isometric relaxation and reciprocal inhibition. Now these are different and opposite ways to get the same effect. Basically, we're going to try to get a muscle to relax a little bit so we can stretch it further. We're not going to hold the stretch really long. The point of this isn't to increase your flexibility. When you get to this day, this event, you are what you are. You're not going to try to lengthen this muscle out, get a new tissue length, and then try to be really strong with it. That's going to set you up for an injury. Instead, we're going to do this. We'll start with post-isometric relaxation. It's a short stretch. It's just enough to get a full range of motion without any tissue restriction. So I'm going to use the pec minor and pec major as the examples here. We'll start out with post-isometric relaxation. So this muscle approximates your coracoid to your sternum with the pec minor and adducts your bicep with the pec major. So the way I'll illustrate this is lying straight on the ground. I don't really like a lot of pec stretches. This is one of the only ones I found effective for myself. So I'll illustrate this with this arm. What I'm going to do is drive it into the ground. Right now, I'm adducting using the muscle of the pec major and pec minor. I'm only pushing down with about 10 to 20% of my force for 5 seconds until it's enough to tire and I can relax. Then I'm going to stretch it. I'm going to stretch it by doing this modification, a scorpion stretch. I'm not stretching this as hard as I can. I'm just going until I get some good resistance there, hold for about 3 to 5 seconds, go back and repeat. I'm pushing down again, activating that pec on the right side, relax it for a moment, stretch through again. 3 to 5 cycles of that is sufficient. You don't have to watch me do all those cycles. Let's move on to something else. So the next concept we'll go over is reciprocal inhibition. It's another neurologic trick, a way that you can trick a muscle into being a little bit more pliable. A great example of this is that your lower traps and upper traps don't like to fire at the same time. See, they're both trying to raise and lower my scapular blades, and they like to get out of each other's way so they don't just get into a tug of war. So if you're going to try to stretch out your upper traps before a workout, if you activate your lower trapezius by lowering your shoulder blades like this, then you get an awful lot more out of these simple little upper trap stretches. You can do them like this, you could do it with a bit of a pin and stretch, whatever you like. But if you activate your lower trapezius first, it relaxes the upper trapezius and you get an awful lot more out of it. Your random anatomy note of the day. Uncaños.